Welcome you all in our new lecture on draw.io. So in this new lecture we will learn how to prepare the flowcharts or the process chart. For developing such type of flowcharts, we generally use our PowerPoint presentations or Word document. In this we add the shapes and then we add the arrows and then we add the informations. So we can just completely ignore all such type of hard works because now we have a software for all this, and all we need to know is how we wanted to place the boxes and the shapes, and then our work will be done. So for doing such things, we have to go to the draw.io. So now before starting anything, let me just search draw.io on Google, and now draw.io website is available to us. I can just right click on it, and now the flowchart maker as well as online diagram is available to us. Now we can use it in an online mode as well as in an offline mode. So in an online mode, it will ask you to select any one of this, create new diagram and open existing diagram. In case of create new diagram, you have to click on create new diagram, and the moment now this will show you different type of already generated templates. So you can either select the blank one or you can select the flowcharts which is already developed for you. So there are flowcharts available to you, class diagrams, entity relationships, organization chart. In case of engineering, the engineering charts are already available and developed for you. In case of networking, the networking charts are available for you, and there are n number of charts which we can use. In case of Venn, there are various Venn diagrams which is available, and we can use this such type of Venn diagrams. In case of maps, we can use organizational type maps for our flowcharts. So we will go back to the basic and we will select the blank documents for creating our documents. And the first thing which you have to do is you have to name your file. Now how you can name your file is you can just erase the name, initial name, which is no which is written as untitled diagram. So I'll write is draw IO first diagram. So draw IO my first, and there are various options which we can use for downloading our file. So either we can download our file in an XML format or in PNG format or s.svg, in HTML format or in XML formats. Okay, so I'll just click on XML format and I can click on create options. So now I have clicked on create option, and this blank document is available to us. So again I can tell you that there are two ways to use draw.io. First is this online mode, or what you can do, you can just download this software in your desktop or in your computer, and then you can start using it in a offline mode. So let's just download this software. So for downloading the software, you have to click on this, and then you will get the installation file, and you have to install this file and then you can start working on it. So let's just go back to the offline mode and then start learning how we can prepare and draw our charts as well as flowcharts. Now I have downloaded this draw.io software. So now this draw.io software is available for me in my applications, or I will click on this draw.io and this draw.io will start opening for me. Okay, so now this will again give me two different options, create new diagram and open existing documents. So I'll click on create new diagrams. I will rename this draw.io1, and I'll make sure I can change this file settings. I can select on PNG. So let's just select PNG. It will be a bitmap, but this PNG version is not supportable in my laptop, so that's why I'll click on XML and I can start on creating this software. So now we have to learn from this scratch. So I'll click on blank diagram and then we will try to learn how we can prepare such type of charts. So I'll click on blank diagram, I'll click on create then, and again a blank document is available to me for preparing my chart. Now before starting with anything, there are different type of shapes available to us. In general, there are general shapes. In miscellaneous, there are various other shapes. In case of advanced, we can use advanced shapes. Basic shapes are available. Arrows, different type of arrows are available for us. For flowchart, various type of boxes and shapes are available, which are available for us, which we can use for creating our flowchart. In case of entity relations, so then the shapes which is related to the entity relations are available to us, and there are various different shapes which we can use. So now just start with selecting shape. So in general, I'll select this shape, and now this shape is available to me. Now what I can do is I can start giving this shape color coding. So how I can provide the color coding? So in style tab there are different color shapes available to me. So I can select any type of a color shape. So I can either keep it blank by selecting this. So now the moment I'll select it, it won't have any kind of a color. Or if I select white, it will fill this color, this box with white color. Or if I want a gradient shape or a gradient color, then I can select on a gradient. Now in case of gradient, there are various type of designs available to us, north, east, west. So let me just select on the east, and it will change the shape. And I can again select the size of line. I want, if I wanted to make it broader, I can increase the size. If I wanted to reduce the line size, I can reduce the size. And in case if I wanted a pure square type of box, then I can uncheck this rounded. Or if I wanted a rounded shape, then I can again click on this rounded. Okay. In case of text, we can use different type of text for this flow chart. And in case of arrange, the moment I will go to the arrange, we can arrange the size of these boxes and this chart. Okay, so we'll go back to the text and we will try to add the text. So I'll select Times New Roman and I'll click on this box, and then I'll start typing. So now my first thing is, what I wanted to type is join online program WTMF. So you have to join an online program on WTMF. So now what is the process of joining online program on WTF? So for this we will create a flowchart. Okay, so now what we can do, what are these dots which is available to us? We can click on any of the dot to start creating a relation. Okay, so now I'll click on this. This arrow will lead me to a new box. Okay, now this is a duplicate copy of the above box. What I can do is I can just rename this box. So join online program on WTF, for joining the online program. Okay, this is prof. Okay, I have to edit it, just wait for a minute. So online program on WTF. Now for joining the online program on WTF, we have to log in on the website. So just log in on WTMF. So now this is my second box, and for logging on the website, what we have to do is we have to sign up. Okay, on the website. So this is sign up option is available to me. And in case if you have already done the sign up, what you can do is you can directly sign in. Okay, if you wanted to change the size and shape of this box, we can still again change the shape of this box. So what I'll do is I'll just delete this, or I can edit this style. So first we will let us just try by deleting. So I have deleted this box, and I can go to this box diamond shape, and I'll paste this diamond shapes just below this box. And since this diamond shape is in rounded shape, now I wanted to change this shape of this box. So what I do is I'll go to the style, I'll click on the round, uncheck the rounded, and now it will be a proper diamond shape box. Now so you have to log in on WTMF, and for in case of login you have to do either sign up or direct sign in. So now I'll just add sign in. Okay, now those who have done the sign in, they can lead to they can proceed to the further new step. And those who haven't done the sign in, they what they have to do is they have to go to the sign up. And after signing up, what they can do is, okay, sorry, after signing up, what they can do is, let me just delete this also, then I'll tell you how to connect these boxes. So for signing up, what they can do is they can, after signing up, they can sign in. Okay, so now this shape is available to me. So for login, you have to directly sign in, or you have to sign up. Suppose you wanted to add some information, so you can delete it and you can add a new box. So sign up, in case of sign up, you have to give your email ID, suppose. Okay, now after giving your email ID, what you can do is you can then sign in. Okay, suppose you wanted to change the shape, so now this is a perfect line. Okay, now after doing this, after signing in, what we can do is we can enroll in programs, which is available on WTMF. Now these boxes are in the rounded shapes. Now again wanted to use a rounded shape box. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to select the course. Okay, so now this select this course box is available to me, and I wanted to create a link between both of them. So what I'll do is I'll select this, and you have to select a course. Now for selecting a course, again what you have to do is, now there are two options after selecting the course is now here it is. So you can select the course. Okay, now I have to adjust this line. Let me just zoom. Okay, oh, sorry, let me just zoom in. Now I'll adjust this line. Yes. So after selecting the course, what I have to do is, there is one more option available to me is, what I can do is I can join the course if I have already selected the course. Okay, and suppose if I haven't selected the course, then I have to enroll in course, or I can, okay, enroll in course. And after enrolling yourself into the course, so what you can do is you can join the course, and then here I have joined it. Okay, so that's how. Now again I wanted to change the style of this box, so I can click on change the style. And in case of change the style, so it will ask you, you want rounded shape, you want space, what type of space you want, what type of HTML you want, stroke width, font family, Times New Roman. So this is the edit style which is available to us. And if you wanted to edit data, you can edit data. If you wanted to edit the link, you can edit the link. Okay, now suppose, now again I don't want this box, so what I can do is I will delete it, and I will add another box of diamond shape. Now this diamond shape box is available to me, and I'll connect this diamond shape box, and also I'll connect this arrow to this box. Okay, and I'll write enroll. Okay, enroll, done. And after joining the course, what you can do is you have to complete the course, so this is my shape, and which is ready for me. And now I wanted to change the color of this, so I don't like this color. Now what I can do is I can change the color and style of this flowchart. So I can again select this one. For in case of diamond shape, I want a different color altogether. In case of this box, I want this green. In case of giant course, I want this green. In case of this course, I want this blue, and so on. Okay, various ways to save this graph. Suppose I wanted to save this graph, so for saving this graph I have to go to the file options, and in this I can click on save, or I can click on export. So the best way to do is you have to click on export, and in this export option, this will give us various options. I can save this file in terms of PNG, JPEG, SVG, PDF, HTML, XML, URL. So let's just try to save this in terms of a PDF. I'll click on PDF, and this will give me three different options. Selection only, so I haven't done any kind of selection. That's why this option is not available to me. So let me just okay, and the crop option and the grid option. So let me just click on grid options, and I'll export. Click on export. Now this is exporting the data, and it will ask me to save the document in desktop. So I'll save this document in desktop. Click on save. Now this document will be available to me on desktop. Okay, let me just minimize this. Now this document is available to me on desktop. Here is the document. Okay, now suppose I don't want this grid box. So what I have to do is, again I will go here. I click on file, I click on export, I click on PDF, and it will ask me the crop version. I'll click on export, and this will give me the, let me just rename it. This is 2 now. So this will give me the crop option, and here is my chart. Okay, another way to save this one is, suppose if you wanted, if you don't wanted to save everything, you just wanted to save a section of it. So what you can do is you can just click on the boxes by clicking on control and selecting these boxes. So I just want these 5 boxes as an image or as an PDF, so I can click on export, click on PDF, and now this selection only option is available to me. So if I click on this, then these 5 boxes will be available to me in term of as a PDF. And if I click on crop and grid, then whole page will be available to me. So I'll click on selection only, click on export. This will ask me to rename it. I'll rename it as 3. I'll click on save, and now again if I'll minimize it, we can see this file is available to me. Okay, why these lines are not available? Because I haven't clicked on the lines also. So suppose if you wanted to you add these lines also, you have to select these lines, your flowchart. Now I have selected the line, and I'll again click on file, click on export, click on, suppose I wanted to save now this thing as a PNG version. So it will ask how much broader width or zoom you want, and you can click on export. So we have to click on selection only, because we are selecting we are just wanted we just want this selection as our image. So I'll click on export. It will ask me to rename it. So I draw one.png. Now this is a PNG version, so there is no need to rename it, and this PNG version is available to me. Okay, now this is a PNG version. Again we can go back to this file, and now what we can do is, there are certain options. So in case of file, we can export it, and suppose we wanted to import some file which we have already prepared, so we can click on import and we can add this thing. And if you wanted to save this thing in your library, you can set up your library and then you can save. In case of edit options, you can copy any image and you can add. In case of view options, how you wanted to view it, if you wanted a grid line, you can click on grid line, or if you don't want this grid line, you can unclick on this and this will be a blank then. In case of arrange, you can arrange the layout, navigation and insert. In case of extra, these are the certain things which we can use. Okay, how you wanted to see this whole application. So that's all in draw.io. This is a very simple tutorial how to use draw.io to create your flowcharts as well as the process charts. I guess this lecture was informative, and thank you very much.